Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of some weapons selling here. It's also part of the 10K challenge. I set up this account here with Gunbroker. I have another one, but I mean, like I said, I want everything to be able to be verified, so went ahead and created another account on Gunbroker. In order to sell, just it's basically it's not free to sell. You pay when the item sells, and there's an activation fee of like $2, I think it was, just to basically prove that your credit card is good. But I didn't really even know this. I'd sold guns on here before. You can actually get top dollar for them, but you can sell pretty much anything on here. I mean, the name might be Gunbroker, but look, you got fishing, domain names, books. I mean, wow, they're really branching out there. Um, yeah, so taxidermy stuff on here before too. It's a really good place. They do have a fairly good customer base. Let's just take a quick glance here. Um, this is getting some good traffic. Ton of pages indexed. Um, I wouldn't recommend them for things like domain names. They're trying to sell, anything and branch out, which a lot of these companies do. But it usually comes back to bite them. You gotta stick with what you know and what you're good at. And guns is their thing. So we'll see how long that lasts. But maybe I'll try to sell some other stuff on here too. I'm gonna go ahead and sell a sword that I picked up for $5. I really don't know anything about it. Um, yeah, just throw it on here. Hopefully, what'll happen is I'll list it, as is, and somebody will know what it is, and be able to contact me, and at least that way I can update it or correct it or whatever. I paid $5 for it. It looks old, but antique weapons, medieval weapons, reproduction stuff like that. I'm just not. It's not my thing. So let's go ahead and show you how simple this is, though. All right, we already registered. I mean, if you haven't, just click there to register. Boom, boom, boom. It's real quick. Like I said, you have to pay $1 activation fee to sell. Um, and you log in and click sell my item. Um, like I said, look at all these categories they have. This place is called gunbroker.com. Okay? If you're creating a new site or something, don't, have a name like paintballstore.com and start selling cars or cell phones or something. I mean, it's not gonna work. All right, pick a niche. They got their niche and they've done very well with their niche, but this is just a mistake on their part, and in the long run, it will come back and get them. Um, it's like Overstock tried to do the same thing, where they added all the products, they added online auctions. Sellers were signing up to sell, but they couldn't sell anything. People went to Overstock, to find cheap electronics, laptops, you know, overstock items. And they weren't there to look for auction items, it just, alright, I'm sorry to get off track there. It just annoys me. Um, so anyway, we got vehicles on here. We're gonna go here and I'm gonna try to sell this sword here. So, um, we'll make it simple here. It's really easy to sell in here. And actually, there's a lot of bidders. I just sold 2 guns on here for the challenge. So, let's see. We're looking for swords. Here we go. Mm, See, I don't really know what period or anything else it's from. So we'll just stick with this one. Click next. Make a little title here. And that's just what was listed when I bought this at this state. I really just don't know anything about it, but I'm not going to write that because this needs to be updated. Alright. Oh, see, that's just not right. It ain't that old. Don't be lying to people now. No, 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 no. Yeah, it's just, there's no way it's that old. Um, I mean, it's not the best thing to do if you're selling an item, but maybe I can get some. You'd be surprised, man. People, I mean, selling on eBay. When I sell things that I don't know what they are, by states and everything, um, people just go out of their way to tell you when you're wrong. Some people be nice about it. Let you know something's worth, hey, $2,000. You're selling it for 200, or the other way and tell you you're crazy. But usually they'll give you a lot of information about it. People like to, show off. I mean, and help people, but you got all the know-it-alls out there. So we'll see what's up. Um, and like I said, I didn't really pay anything for this, so I don't really care what I get for it. So we'll just see what happens here. Doodly doodle lengths. All right, so we'll just make sure we got some good pictures here. Um, it's in my warehouse. No FFL, and this is basically if you want to sell firearms, you're gonna need um, an FFL to actually sell like new firearms, 9 millimeters. But I mean, if you're doing that, then I can't help you because I've never done it before. Um, okay, so they got their own system here. I'll take PayPal. Um, I can do that. I'd stay away from the personal checks. I'd stay away from the escrow. You're just gonna screw yourself on that one. Um, you can take Visa, Mastercard, American Express. I can take all of them, but let's just stick with the basics here. Um, if you have a merchant account, you can over the phone. You can even do it with PayPal now. If you set up a pro business merchant account, you can take credit cards over the phone, which helps. Um, will I ship internationally? Sure. Um, don't remember how much she weighs. I believe it's like maybe 5 pounds package. What's that? Shipping profiles. I'll ship ground. Priority. Okay, so the buyer, you can make sure the buyer pays for the shipping costs. I mean, you can pay for the shipping cost if you have a very light item. You're not worried it's going to cut into your cost. But if you're on the East Coast and you send something to the West Coast of the United States that weighs, 10 pounds now, it's like $20 or something retarded. In the old days, you could do it for like 8. When I first started, Priority Mail was like $3 or something like that for a pound. Actually, might have been less than that. I mean, now it's like up to 5, so it's crazy. All right, the return policy. Um, mm, we'll allow a return. So we really just don't know. This might bring in some more action here. Mm, all right. Um, you only really have to collect tax if it's from your state, and I don't believe they have that set up on here. At least as far as I understand, my reseller ID and tax information and everything. You will pay tax on anything you sell, obviously, but your sales tax is if you're selling something from California. Actually, I believe California might be the only one where they have to collect it on everything. So if you're selling something and you live in Florida and the buyer is also from Florida, then you are required to collect tax on that. Um, so you can do auction or fixed price, just like on eBay. We're going to do 7 days after the start date. Actually, what's today? Today's Sunday. Let's see what kind of options we got here. We'll go for 10. happens, fine. Alright, so we can automatically relist this item, which is great. That way you don't have to worry about it. Um, and this basically will just keep relisting it until it sells, and you'll see a price and everything like that in a second. So, um, I'm gonna put a small reserve on this one. I just don't want to sell an item for 25 cents or something stupid. But the prices have been pretty good from my experience selling one here. I'm going to schedule this listing because I'm doing this video at 12:30 in the morning, and I don't want it to end at 12:30 in the morning. So, listing should start. We'll have it end at. Mm, there we go. So it's going to go ahead and it's going to go in today, and I'll have it launch at 6:15. That way it ends at the same time. We got showcase, all this, good stuff. Whatever. This stuff does help if you have items that are of significant value. When you're selling things for whatever, I don't know, $20 might go for 200, 1,000, or might go for $1. I don't know. I don't really care. Um, it's just one of them items where you can get blown away, or not, whatever. So forget the count or whatever. This is all just it's kind of some crap. Bold helps sometimes. I do that in some listings. Showcase and feature, definitely. Like I said, if you have an item that is worth more than $200, go ahead. Shoot, pay the extra $5. You're gonna make a lot more money. You're gonna get a lot more people to your item. So, don't be cheap when there's value there. So click next. La 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 la. And now we're going to add pictures. There's not like a turbo lister per se that I know of, or software. I'm sure somebody's working on something for Gunbroker. I couldn't even find an app on my cell phone, which is weird because I was like, I got an app to sell everywhere, but couldn't find one for this yet. So keep looking. Maybe something will come along. Who's that? No pictures, and these are all free. Lolly-dum. So I mean, there you go, nice and simple. It's so easy. I really do like their site. They throw a copyright on there for you, which is nice. Blah blah blah, whatever. We'll see what happens. But there you go. I mean, that's how easy it is. You see, it's very simple. Here come your fees and all the good stuff. So let's see. I think my fees should be like 10 cents or something for scheduled listing. Let's see what we got here. There we go. So my total fees for that's just for the scheduled listing. So it would be free to list it, and you'd pay $1 when it sells. If it sells for $20, that's just your estimated fee right there. Very simple. I mean, it's a great resource. And if they're gonna have all these new categories, they're probably spending a lot of money on advertising right now. So in the beginning might be the time to list some products and maybe try to sell some tomato nail. I might actually list some on here. We'll see what happens. Um, because if they're adding new products, they probably are spending a lot of money on advertising, trying to get some sales for them. So it ain't gonna work in the long run for them. But we might as well take advantage of it while we can here. So voila, your auction has been listed. So I said it's that easy. And you can see it. It's real simple. Um, Kind of funny. I'm going to end that. That's all we need to talk about here for right now on Gunbroker. I'll probably do a follow-up video um, in the near future. But for Antique guns and swords, you don't need a permit. I mean, you might, I don't know what country you're from or anything like that. At least in the United States, you don't. You might want to check with ATF and find out exactly when a gun becomes an antique. I'm not positive. Um, I know anything pre 1900 is considered an antique, and you can walk around the streets with it, and you don't need an FFL. But if you try to sell your handgun on here or something, you might get yourself in some trouble. So I claim no responsibility what you do with these videos. But like I said, real quick, we're done with that. I actually just did the video on um, the Facebook Marketplace, and actually a guy contacted me. I contacted him back, and whoop, oh, leave me alone. He, I literally just finished the video, and he offered me $700 for willing to deal. So, um, I contacted him back and told him to go, and that voila. I mean, there's this proof. It only took less than 30 minutes, and I'm going to make some sales in here. So, Facebook Marketplace is still evolving, but you know, it's on the move. So, I hope that was helpful. Once again, it was Gunbroker, and sell your old weapons and accessories on here. Take care.